Ecocha represents specialty Taiwan teas that we source ourselves on a seasonal basis and do our best to sustainably represent the tea industry here in Taiwan and offer the best tea we can find. And today we're tasting our spring batch of Shan Lin High Mountain Oolong tea. It was harvested on April 26th, and we just picked it up a few days ago and got it packaged. And just going through a quick tasting now. I brewed 9 grams of tea in a 150 milliliter tea judging cup for 3 1-minute intervals. So I brewed it 3 times in a row, all for 1 minute each. The brewed leaves, before I took them out of the cup, offered a really nice, fresh, foresty aromatic profile. Now now that the leaves are out of the cup and it's cooled down quite a bit, it's much sweeter with an almost floral kind of faint aromatic profile coming off the cooled down cup. The brewed tea looks quite uniform. Maybe the second middle brew is slightly darker, but all very nicely transparent, particularly so. Our Shan Lin High Mountain tea, I'll boast for a minute, is made from some of the best tea makers we know in the industry. Most of their tea is prepared for the Lugu Farmers Association Dongding Oolong tea competition, so the leaves are oxidized considerably more than what we procure. We procure a more standard High Mountain Oolong to represent the Shan Lin High Mountain tea that has become famous separately from the tea competition. But nevertheless, these leaves are both cultivated on the farm and then processed in the factory by some of the people that we respect the most here locally in Lugu and Jushan, where we are right now. Same pine, very soft pine, delicious, soft, balanced profile. It's green, but it's not grassy green at all, and it's not even that green that offers the floweriness. There's enough oxidation that happened in these leaves. The leaves seem to be almost perfect in their maturity. The stems are quite small, nothing too stubborn going on there in terms of uniformly depleting the leaves of their moisture, which is the most crucial factor in making the best High Mountain tea possible. It's all about slowly withering the leaves to the point where they start oxidizing uniformly. And that can be seen in the texture of the leaf after it's brewed, if it's smooth. They're dried off now because I've been having them sit for a while, but they were quite shiny, and you can see the color variation just slightly, going from a yellowish tint at the center out to its deeper green hue, especially on the back of the leaf there. Yeah, really nicely, just a lucky harvest this year. Everyone has done quite well this spring, at least in comparison to the last few years. The weather cooperated during harvest time, so the processing went well. The dried leaves here look carefully rolled, and a really nice, very dark green hue to the bulk of the leaves. The only yellowing going on is in the stems, which is typical. I mean, that's the color of stems when they're dried. So I don't see any overly matured leaves here in the dish here. I didn't go to the third, did I? I'm going to go 1 round through. I was too busy talking. Buttery on its texture. It's not really a buttery in the nose, but there's something so smooth on the palate that buttery comes to mind. It's such a soft aromatic profile, super balanced. Really some savoriness going on now, like marjoram or sage, that kind of Deep, but not too spicy. Sweet pastry kind of aroma coming off the spoon. Definitely, as usual, a bit stronger, a bit more vegetal, a little more savory herbal character to the second brew. Shan Lin, it stands on its own in high mountain tea. Like Alishan is the most delicate and friendly per se. Shan Lin, particularly this Dalun Shan Big Wheel Mountain, the geography, the microclimate that comes from the geography of these valleys facing northeast, so they get not a lot of sun exposure and they get fog almost every afternoon. There's something called the Dongbei Feng, the northeasterly winds that keep the climate a bit cooler. And the character of the tea reflects that. It's just got a deeper foresty character. But here we have it, Shan Lin Spring 2020 harvest. A really nice growth on the leaves here, making them easy to process. It all seems to have gone well. If you like a fresh but kind of going toward the savory side, very balanced foresty kind of character in your high mountain tea, I highly recommend you get some of this. We don't have a lot of it. We're endeavoring to source from this farm on a seasonal basis at least 3 times a year to offer you the full gamut of flavor that comes from a single source tea. That's what our role is here and our responsibility. So yeah, you can go to our website, go to Unroasted Oolongs, and you'll find Shan Lin High Mountain Oolong Spring Tea on sale as of now. Please leave your comments and any feedback you have in the comment section below in this video, or you can go to our product page and leave a comment there. We actually have a quarterly drawing for anyone who leaves comments on our product page, and you can win money to buy tea on our site. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.